have the answer to everything, but I know that way this industry is ran, it's not ran fair, and it's not reality, right? The storm industry has caused a lot of chaos within this, and and like I said, these you go on the Facebook, and you got these people asking how much they're paying, and you have the ones that that don't even know how to run the full process. They think that they should get what everybody else is getting, right? And so even on that, we don't run the full process. We once all they're doing is signing deals, adjust appointments, and inspections. The office takes over after that,
Sorry, I'm sitting down.
because I know it's cleaner, right? All I want them to do, they're salespeople. I want them to just do deals.
No.
It's
You know.
463.
You've mentioned that to me before.
Cypress.
Is the inside sales model? You're really big on the inside sales model. Do you want to talk about that? I mean, you kind of did just a little bit with the kind of handoff back to the office, but why is it that specifically that you believe strongly in the inside sales model?
Well, I think it's first the customer experience, right? And so the customer's experience is what, it's what should be focused on at all times. And so if I can, if I can, control that, and I say control that in a good way for the customer experience, then there's transparency, then there's nobody's wondering what's going on, nobody's, all these things, and through, the automations and through all that stuff, there needs to be automations, but there also needs to be a voice on the other end of that line saying, hey, I'm here for you. You got any questions? The guys are out, out all day long, and they may not get your email. They may not get your text. They may not get your call. I'm here for you, right? I want to make sure that when we walk through this process, you completely understand everything that we're doing, and it's, transparent, right? And so, and I think as long as we walk and it's from the inside person to the person putting them on the build schedule to the production and throughout it, right? And so at the end of the day, when I look at that review that I expect to get when I finish your project, it's going to have that outline on. Oh my God, Austin came out here, he got my, it's such a great guy, he signed me up, walked me through the process. Next thing you know, Carrie's calling me and introducing herself and saying, I'm here for you. We want to make sure that you're taken care of. And then Jennifer came and put me on the build sketch, and throughout there, and right throughout that process, that's how I want my reviews read, and so, we're pretty proud of our reviews, and, and so that's the other side, and it's the letting go of some of the responsibilities to let people grow and feel more part of the team, and feel like they've accomplished, they're accomplishing something too, right? And so, I learned everything that I've ever done, work wise or career wise, I was always a big part of what went on within the company, right? But I also look back and think that there was a lot of times where I was almost fired from some of those positions before they you know what I mean? And so I've seen a lot of that stuff, and so I want people to be part of something, because everybody deserves to have input, right? Everybody deserves to be part of the win, right? And so if we can create those things along the way to where everybody feels like they're part of it and they've done something, and when they do get that review, then it's outlined, the great work has been outlined, right?
Yeah, I really like that focus on bring everybody in. And it's super true. We sometimes people, there's a sort of objection with ProLine and how much automation we have. It's like, oh, I don't want to automate any of that. I believe in having, personalized communication. And what I love about what you just said is you're perfectly kind of demonstrating the balance of both. There's a place for automation, and that's the things that are the repetitive communication, the text, the emails, but that doesn't replace the need to have human beings on the other end of the line.
Right, and I think the disconnect there is let's replace that communication the word education, right? And use it as an educational tool and to be able to provide that, that experience for somebody that's, I mean, let's face it, even 7 years ago, the Joneses down the road got to getting their roof done, and everybody in the neighborhood was, hey, the Joneses are getting their roof done. Let's go look at it, right? And now it's so common, but it's that Uber experience that people are wanting now, because not everybody's gone through it, but everybody's pretty getting educated on the process.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. And from what you're saying, it seems to be paying off. Like that model seems to be paying off well for you. I mean,
It's still a work in progress, right? And so there's, and so, my goal right now is, and so I'm pretty hardened to a lot of things. Man, I've grown as a person throughout this journey, right? Per se. And it's, man, I knew I was pretty tough. I've always been pretty tough. But this will make you a tough person, right? And so, because when we started out, some people, we did a roof, and one of the landscaping rocks went into the pool at a homeowner's house, and he called. I told him I was going to come over there and do the final inspection or whatnot.